the ish that we talk. And now that is out the way, I will not act like I'm on AM fucking radio. What the fuck's the deal? All of you ugly motherfuckers. What's poppin'? I'm here with you. We here together. We gonna make this shit pop. Lindsay, what the fuck is going on? My dog.
Like, what will be a breaking point for you where you just like, you know what, I'm out?
All right. Yeah, so I was about to say this is where we asked the audience.
Yeah.
So
you already
said cheating, right?
Yeah. Cheating.
Okay.
So
Anybody
you're not giving a pass or nothing like that.
No. There ain't no way.
That's no way.
Do it once and do it twice. There ain't no way. You lose respect to yourself.
So it's like if it's cheating for her, like, so if it's cheating for you the same way too? Yeah. So like if you cheat, do you feel like I need to leave this relationship?
If I would ever cheat, I would leave you first. I would leave you first.
You such a gentleman.
I do what I do.
You such a gentleman. That shit don't happen in real life, but you such a gentleman. Anything else?
In the moment.
In the moment.
That's different. I wouldn't be in the moment.
So you wouldn't put yourself in the moment. I got you.
Yeah. Like, make it make sense. Like, cause what's the moment?
When I decide it's the moment, it's the moment.
Oh, okay.
If I never say to myself, like, I should probably get out of here.
So like, do the whole time you just like, oh no, this cool. This ain't. We just chilling. She just wanna rub my back. That's cool. Ain't nobody tripping. It's like, oh, okay, okay, oh, all right, you ain't gotta kiss my neck. That's okay. Cool. This is not the moment yet.
Not yet.
It's not the moment yet.
I didn't do it.
So it's like, now my pants is down. This is.
If she pulls them down.
Oh, this ain't the moment. This ain't the moment. This ain't the moment.
She did it.
This ain't the moment. So when is the moment? When you're done, you're like, yeah, this is the moment.
Just said, bro. I'm like, oh. I was supposed to go to the store. I was gone for 2 hours.
I had to go get my bro,
that's
right?
The moment, yep.
That's the moment.
That's the moment.
Okay, so that's your.
What you
So this is cheating for you. Like, if she cheats, oh hell no. But like, I just had to wait on the moment. Like, no. That's like the moment. That wasn't the moment. No, she sucked my d. I didn't ask for it.
I don't say the words.
It's like, no. I didn't know. You know when I feel something wrong, baby, I'm gonna just tell you the truth. When she was like, I was like, maybe it's time for me. Ain't no restaurateur gonna run up on Keith Lee. Let's just end that shit right there. Y'all talk a lot of shit, but y'all not about to run up on. Ain't nobody about to run up on him, slap no food out his face, and tell him, bitch, what? Like, that's just not gonna happen to you in no way, shape, possible.
So Saucy Santana got in on it. He pretty much was like, tag me in. And he snapped on DJ Academics and told him to pull up. He was like, go to my page. We got all kinds of bookings. We outside. Come pull up at one of the bookings, and I'll beat your motherfucking
ass. Saucy Santana just doesn't look like the homosexual man that you gonna hit, and he looks like that dude off of Low Down Dirty Shame. He ain't about to grab his face and be like, "Oh, Bernard,
him, you slut, Bernard."
He about to beat the dog shit out of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'm laughing because it's gonna be so funny because you're gonna see a dude massively beating the shit out of a man with an open fist, and you're gonna hear bitch. What up, everybody? This is the Ish That We Talk. You know what it is. Let me get myself together. I took a big swig of my tea, and I keep on forgetting I just made this shit, and it's hot as a motherfucker. So I gotta get my whole life together right now. I almost died.
Yeah, I'm good.
For my Twitter individuals, man, shout out to y'all, man. Keep y'all booming. I know we get all the pleasantries out the way in the intro, but we always forget Twitter. So what's up, Twitter? You know who I am. I don't need no introduction. I'm not even gonna say nothing on this beautiful, glorious Sunday. I am Godson. I am with one of the goddesses of the city, one of the goddesses of the interwebs, the lady that pushes the bells and the whistles. You can't tell her nothing because she's on her Eve type flow. Let's give a round of applause for my cousin, my dog, Lindsay.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And again, this is the Ish That We Talk. What is going on, Lindsay? What is popping? How are you doing?
Oh, I'm well. How are you?
I can't complain. I'm dealing with a clingy son, but we're gonna get through that.
Sometimes that's a good thing.
Yeah, he's just he don't like to be put down at this moment. He's been cool all his life, you know, this long life he's had, and all of a sudden he done turned 9 months, and like now you put him down, the whole world is ending.
Yeah. Well, at least it's at 9 months and not 29. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. Listen, for you people that do be counting months, like 29 and all that, listen, that baby is almost 3. That's what you say when they say, hey, how old is the baby? You better not never say 29 months.
Right.
Say that baby is almost 3.
I feel like when we're at the 1 year mark, we should count years.
Yeah.
Like,
that should be
count months after a year. Yeah,
that shit weird. You be like, how's the baby? And they turn around and be like, 78 months. This little motherfucker can write. Like, what are we doing?
Right. He could have answered the question. He didn't need
to. Why are you giving your son or your daughter a prison sentence? That's what niggas in prison say when you say how much time they got. 78 months.
Right.
Like, nigga.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. You know, you can do that. Yeah.
You can walk that down.
You can walk that down, right.
You motherfucker giving that kids prison sentences. How old is your son? He'd be 64 months in August. Don't nobody ask you that shit, bitch.
Like, what are we doing here? But yeah.
Fuck out of here. Like, no, this nigga is really 9 months. This nigga is the equivalent of how long he was marinating.
Right. Right. But
that nigga get old enough to start telling me, no, it ain't no more months in that shit.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, yeah. But yeah, shout out to him. Man. But yeah, but no, I tried caviar for the first time yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was pretty good. I liked it.
Where'd you go?
I went to Corvino.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Corvino's?
Mm-hmm. I never been.
I never heard of it until we went. So Stephanie is here. Hi, Stephanie. She says, I'm here, cousin.
What up? What up?
So yeah. So yeah. I liked it. It was pretty cool. Now the price probably won't be eating that on the regular.
Of course not. Listen, I'm not even going. I've never had caviar at a restaurant. I had caviar out of a can, and I wasn't impressed. So I gotta have caviar in a restaurant.
Yeah, because it's more than just the actual caviar itself. It's like a bread they put it on. It's butter. Like, it was a whole little presentation or whatever, and it was pretty good.
Okay.
It was pretty good, but it's not a lot for the amount that you pay for. So yeah, that won't be something that you just eat. But I liked it. So but yeah. So let's go on ahead and get into these topics, shall we?
Yes, yeah. Let's get into these topics. Let's see what's going down.
So yeah, we've been gone for a couple weeks. So let's start on the older stuff. Um, so yeah, so there was a teacher out of PG County, Maryland, and he put up this video of himself having his braids taken down by some of his students, some of his students personally, and then some was from another class or whatever. And a lot of people made opinions about it. So he ended up putting up the video again with some voiceover on it. And so with the voiceover, he pretty much explained like, hey, this is what's going on. It's towards the end of the year. It's the last 10 minutes of class. I couldn't take my braids out the day before, and I have an appointment right after. So I needed assistance. So after everybody is done with their work or whatever, I asked if a couple of people wanted to help me take out my braids. A couple of people wanted to. And so then I also asked from another class under the same stipulations, and they sent over a couple of kids. So in total, I think it was about like 5 kids that helped take care of his braids. And he posted the video on social media, and social media was pretty much split down the middle. You had half of the people like, oh, this is inappropriate. People going so far as to say it was grooming and all kinds of weird BS. The other half, excuse me, other half of the people were saying like, this is not that big of a deal. Like you can clearly see he's just sitting there either typing on his computer or sitting there or playing with like a iguana or something like that. But yeah, this isn't what y'all trying to make it out to be. And you trying to sexualize something as simple as taking out braids. And that was pretty much where I landed on it, because I'm like, it's not like it's one girl and he's sitting between her legs. He's sitting in a chair. Everybody is standing up over him, and it's like 5 of them. This caused pretty much an uproar to where the school ended up starting an investigation. And I know there were reports saying that he got fired, but he really wasn't fired. He was, I guess you would consider it suspension under the investigation. So, yeah. So what he also did was, because he's pretty popular with the students. This is high school, so there's like a lot of students that have already graduated and whatnot, but he was pretty popular with the students. And so a lot of people have reached out to him. A lot of former students and current students reached out to him, sending him letters and stuff like that. And so he went online and he was reading some of the letters, and he got emotional, you know, because he's really one of those teachers that really love his job, you know. And so I know you have your thoughts, so you can go.
No, I want you to finish.
No, I'm pretty much done. I mean, I stand on the side of it's not that big of a deal, and people are making it out to be way bigger than what it was. It wasn't grooming. It wasn't anything like that. Like, you would want a teacher like that kids engage with and think is cool and whatnot. And nothing that was done was inappropriate. Wasn't taken from any class learning time or anything like that. So I just feel like people just blew it way out of proportion because of the fact that it's a young Black man that is attractive. And if it was a woman that was taking out her braids, wouldn't nobody bat an eye. And case in point, because of this situation, there was a woman teacher that took out her braids, and she had students helping her take out her braids, and she recorded it and she put it online to prove the point that don't nobody give a damn if it's a woman, you know. So the whole double standard situation is going on. But yeah, that's my thought. What's yours?
Well, if you know me outside of the interwebs, you know I actually work in a facility that is a school-based setting. So
I'm on the fence about this. And the reason why I'm on the fence about this is because I preach building a relationship with my students. That's what you're supposed to do, because a lot of times they don't have male figures in their house. So you want to be that safe space in a male figure. So I 100% don't think it is anything wrong with engaging in your students' likes and dislikes and hobbies. I've done this time and time before. I've had my students take my hair down before when I've had an appointment, when I've got off work. I've for certain curricular things. So if you pass a certain test, or if you score high on in your grades, I cook meals for my students. It's a lot of things that I do. So I can have that type of safe space and relationship with my students when it comes to a male figure, because a lot of them don't have that. So I do appreciate everything he was doing in that aspect. On the other end, I still I want to put in the level of professionalism that I think a lot of schools are getting, or not a lot of schools, but his school is getting backlash for, because the people that are complaining about that at the end of the day are the reason why this public school is running, because they are taxpayers. So you have to go with what the taxpayers are saying. If the taxpayers are saying, hey, that ain't the shit that's supposed to be going on at the school, that's it's one of those double-edged swords where you have to go with the taxpayers' opinion, because they're actually the ones that are funding this. Now, let me just get on my man's side of this. On my man's side, I think it is really weird for a man to be a content creator on TikTok, but only display his female students. Now, I get that, the boys want to do other things, but you need to incorporate the boys. If you want to build a relationship with all of the students, you're going to build a relationship with all of the students, not just the ladies. That is, as a man, that is what I feel is weirdo behavior. Like, if and maybe I'm wrong about this, and maybe I need to look at his TikToks, but I need to, because the TikToks that I have seen, and what I've when I tried to deep dive into this, I've only seen the young ladies with him. So I'm trying to figure out what that's where, as the man in me, I'm like, hey, this is going to make everybody think it's suspicious when you don't have nothing but little girls around you. And then, like, Lindsay, I told you this before, so I'm gonna just say it to the internet. I think he was a real bitch for crying on camera like that. That was pandering to a lot of these motherfucking kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is me just being me on this one. Hey, I think those tears was fake as fuck. First and foremost, former students, one thing. Current students, they shouldn't have your motherfucking number, my guy. They shouldn't. They shouldn't be your Facebook friend, none of that. Now, I believe in building relationships, but it also has to be professional boundaries. So for you to do that and then cry and do all that old saltwater ass tears you was doing, my nigga, because you're not fired, you are suspended. But me being in this field kind of know what that is. You kind of fired for real, because they gonna suspend you. And it's gonna be one of those indefinite suspensions, my guy. Mm-hmm. You probably want to go somewhere else. Yeah. But crying ain't gonna save you, my guy. Crying ain't gonna save you. Again, because I want to respect you, my dude, because you are a teacher, and we do need a lot of male teachers. We are a dying breed. So I do respect you trying to build relationships with your students. What I say is, your students, you have male students too. If you're going to do this, I want you to start realizing that everybody needs to be a part of your relationship building. From like I said, I understand where some men are saying it's weirdo behavior for you to just do it for the women. I mean, for the young ladies, and for only the young ladies to even be talking to you when you're crying like a bitch on the internet. But I digress. And all the women who are teachers, I can see you defending that. Women who are not teachers, in my opinion, because I don't want to disrespect a lot of these women who are jumping in on his defense. Some of y'all, and it's not all, but some of y'all grew up in a household that did not have a father figure, because a father does not want his daughter around a lot of males or touching a lot of males. So some fathers are going to have a problem with that. Some women who grew up with fathers will understand the problem. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to browbeat him or say what he's doing is wrong, but they will say, I understand where some people are coming from. Now, like I said, do I think what he's doing is grooming behavior? No, I don't. I think building relationships with your students is 100% great. What I do find weirdo behavior is if you're only doing it with the ladies. And that's my TED Talk.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like if his content is majority of the female students, that would raise an eyebrow.
Yeah.
But other than that, it just, like, from what I saw, it just seemed like he was just like a really good teacher that wanted to really engage on their level, and they speak social media, so that's what he was doing, you know. And then, like I said, the whole taking down of the braids, like, that wasn't that big. That it wasn't a deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're making it not only a deal, but a big deal. So
we do have to understand that, like, as much as people don't like it, we are in a society that is double standard, where it is going to be more unrealistic and unprofessional for a male to have the do these type of things in a classroom setting. It's just what it is now. Like the female teacher did. Nobody cares about that. No, they do not, because that is actually behavior suited for a female in that type of setting. It's not suited for a male. And I hate to say it like that, but that's just the world we live in. And then again, when it comes to certain things, I also want to put in people's heads that you it is the ones that allow our students and our children to lower their guard down that takes advantage of them. So I can get people seeing that and seeing that can go somewhere where it's not supposed to be.
Yeah, definitely. Stephanie says he definitely crossed professional boundaries. He made bad decisions, and consequences will follow. Yeah. So some people do feel that way, you know. And then a lot of people were saying that what he did wrong was put it on the internet, which one can argue that is something that you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
Especially when you're dealing with minors. Now, we don't know if because this is a thing of his, if there's a consent that form.
It is. When I deep dived into it, he made sure that all of those students' parents that he deal with sign consent forms. Because he is a content creator.
Right. Now, I was like,
I was thinking that too. Like, some way, somehow, this has to be a HIPAA violation. But no, they signed they signed forms to be on his TikTok.
Okay. Yeah. So that makes sense, because I know that some people were giving that argument, and I was like, you know, if there's no consent, then that would definitely be an argument to have. But you're just grasping at something at this point, because I'm sure that they were on it before. But yeah. That's good that he got the consent forms, which is probably something that, you know, because I'm sure he's not the only one. So it's probably something that the school has in place.
Yeah, it is millions of teachers that do this. It is millions of teachers but the whole thing in a nutshell is how people are perceiving what he was doing, with it only being the young ladies. So, and then again, like I said, when the taxpayers get to start wilding out on these schools, you got to start. You have to pay attention to the taxpayers, because they are the reason why this public school is running. It's certain things. If you want to do that, young man, as a great teacher, you probably want to go to the private circuit, where you can have these type of dialogues and interconnections with those students, and it could be more of on a personal level, especially with the consent form of those parents. I think those parents would be a lot more lenient because they're paying money for it, for them to be exposed to certain things in a private section.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. It's just unfortunate that it's pretty much the internet that made this such a bad thing, and just blew it way up. And it sounds like he's a good teacher and he may lose his job. And the people at the end of the day that's gonna be the ones affected by this the most are the students. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it kind of reminds me of Lean on Me.
Huh.
So,
Well, I'm gonna keep reiterating. I need to hear some males vouch for this man.
yeah,
I need the male students to vouch for this man, because if we're not putting that out there, then yeah, it is very weirdo behavior that you have these type of relationships with the young ladies in the school.
mm-hmm.
That's just weird behavior. I don't give a fuck if your intentions are not to be doing anything. That is weirdo behavior. For you to be like my 100 best friends and all these little 100 best friends are little girls, that's weirdo ass behavior, my nigga.
Yeah.
It's like shit. I love Michael Jackson, but Michael Jackson was weird as a bitch for hanging out with all them kids. Do I think he touched them kids? Fuck nah. Do I think it was weird that he always had them kids around? Fuck yes.
Stephanie says, and how does the parents feel about it? Have they spoke out? I haven't seen any parents of the kids in question. I have seen a couple of parents talk to news outlets that kids go to schools in the district. And there was like one parent that thought it was extremely inappropriate, and there was a couple of parents that was like, I don't see no problem. So yeah. Yeah, people are really split down the middle. Like this was like a big debate online for the last few days. So another issue dealing with kids in school was that this guy made a TikTok video and sounding like Mr. Rogers. That's the part that's so funny to me. He sounds like Mr. Rogers. Hey kids. So he made a TikTok video talking about how his daughter was being bullied, and what they ended up doing was they beat up the bully's father. Him and his brothers jumped the bully's father in front of the bully because they wanted to teach the bully a lesson that when you bully somebody, there's consequences. And then he came back with a follow-up video and he said the reason why they went on ahead and jumped him, because somebody asked, like, why would you jump him? Why wouldn't you just shoot him a fair one? And he was just like, life isn't fair. And that's the reason why he didn't get shot the fair one.
And you'd have got your ass beat, nigga.
Yeah. So the whole backstory is that his daughter was being bullied by this girl in school. And it sounds like they're like elementary kids. And they did go to the school. They did go through all the proper channels for it to stop. The parents were told. The father pretty much was just like, it is what it is. And the kid kept bullying his daughter. So that's the reason why the guy took it upon himself to try to rectify the situation by beating up the girl's father in front of the little girl. So yeah, this sparked a debate online as well. I'm for real, I'm kind of torn behind this because I understand the logic and I understand that you did go through the proper channels, but beating up the guy, I'm just not 100% sold on that being a resolution. So I guess we have to have a follow up from the guy on if the girl stopped bullying his daughter, but I just don't see that being a resolution. What are your thoughts on it?
My thoughts is, sorry, chewing bacon, America. I get it and then I don't. For one, if I went through the proper channels and I've done this and we've had these meetings and the father of the child that is bullying my child is like, it is what it is, it's whatever, then I'm gonna beat the brakes off of you. You know, if you're not scolding your child and you like, whatever, nigga, get it in blood, I'm gonna get it in blood. So I totally get that.
Mm-hmm.
I just think he wanted to make sure it was a victory by having his brothers come jump, because what it is it would have fucked your daughter up for the rest of her life if you was defending her honor and got the mud hole stumped out your ass. Right? If my bully's dad beat up my dad, I'm gonna become a shooter. That is just what's gonna happen from here on out. I'm gonna tell niggas flat out, nigga, I don't fight. I shoot the shit out of you niggas.
Right. Them fists look like they hurt. I'm good.
Like, listen, man, dude. But at the same time, the impact on the children really gets me, because for your daughter, I get you defending her honor and doing that, but that is giving your daughter a false sense of protection, because you're not going to be there all the time to be able to do that.
True.
And God forbid she gets somewhere and she get to popping her mouth off about, I had my daddy come through and a motherfucker come through and slap the teeth out of her mouth, because I've seen that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because don't nobody give a fuck about your daddy when you sitting up calling me a bunch of pussies in my face right now. Fuck you and your daddy.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I really want you to understand that you're giving your daughter a type of false protection that she don't need. And then at the same time, man, with that other little girl, man, I get it. She a bully. She needs to get taught a lesson. She doesn't need to get that type of lesson taught, because the world is already gonna whoop her ass. Bullies get a lot of, like, little kid bullies get a lot of karma in life. So the world is gonna already do that. She didn't need to see that young. That's gonna that's gonna put an impact on her, especially if she is one of those type of little girls that grow up to be grown women with a mouth. Oh, you ain't gonna be able to tell her nothing. I watched a comedian the other day talk about and make jokes about how she loved to see her daddy get his ass whooped by the nigga that her mama was fucking.
Oh wow.
And so when I thought about that, I'm like, this is the type of shit now she has no respect for her father, and that's made her a famous comedian. Just imagine the bitch that works at Quick Trip with the same goddamn attitude.
Yeah.
These are the seeds that we're planting.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like it was more of him wanting to stop the bullying than teaching her a lesson, because I'm sure he can give a damn about her and her livelihood, but he wanted her to stop bullying his daughter, and he had to take matters into his own hands.
You think that's gonna stop? If anything, that's gonna make me go harder. You want to jump my daddy? I'm gonna beat your little girl up with a stick.
Yeah, or I don't want my daddy to get jumped again, so I'm gonna leave her alone.
Nah,
go bully somebody else. I don't know.
First of all, I just want to, because I thought about this shit yesterday. God forbid, and I don't raise my son that way, but God forbid my son, when he gets older, becomes a bully. And we have these type of lessons, and we have these we have these meetings, and we sit and try to come to a head about what's going on, and the father of the kid that Curran is bullying decides to get his brothers and run up on me at the school or wherever the fuck we was at. God forbid that, because two things for sure was gonna happen. My son is gonna know that his daddy ain't a bitch by far, and then my son is gonna see me get put in handcuffs because I'm gonna shoot y'all. Y'all not about to run up on me like that. That's why they're like, he's bragging like that shit is cool. He don't understand that in the society that we live in, you gotta always keep your head on the swivel. You better be glad that nigga wasn't one of those niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because
you don't know.
And you don't know because
it was pretty fresh. So
so you don't know what consequences you gonna get.
Right.
I'm gonna shoot the shit out of you, nigga. You jump me in front of my son. Oh man, I'm shooting you. My son is gonna watch me literally unalive you.
Mm-hmm.
Because one thing my son is always gonna know is his daddy's a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that shit. I don't condone niggas getting jumped anyway. Now, you know what I'm saying? That shit, we too grown to be on that type of shit. But in the case that does happen, I do condone you shooting the shit out of a bunch of niggas that want to come. This ain't no movie.
Right.
Not about to run up on me like that, man. Come on, dog. I will bust your melon seed open. Like real shit.
Not melon seed.
Yeah, I'm talking about, nigga, that shit'll be graphic in front of them kids.
Damn.
But I'm not gonna give a fuck. Nigga, you're trying to harm me in front of my son.
Right. Right. I get that. So Stephanie says, all I'm gonna say is I will whoop a kid's ass, her daddy, her mama, her granny, hell, the whole family and the damn dog. Don't bully mine. and Stephanie's not lying. She will do that.
And I 100% agree. I 100% agree. What is not gonna happen is everybody is just gonna do this shit in front of the kids. Like I get y'all having it. I get y'all having a fair one popped off. You know, and put it in perspective of this young man right here. Even if y'all, if you just want to get your brothers and y'all meet up somewhere and do, I get all that. Mm-hmm. But in front of the kids though, because at the end of the day, man, you have to show what you gotta be. You have to show what a man is supposed to do.
But how would the kid know not to fuck with you no more?
It ain't got because we ain't got to do this in front of the kids. We as men got to understand this, like because I know some women are emotional, so they probably gonna have a problem with what I say, but other women probably are not gonna have a problem with this. But we as men have to understand that in front of our loved ones, our wives, our girlfriends, our daughters, our sons, our mothers, our fathers, when we are getting into it with each other, as men, we're supposed to know how to talk to each other. Now, if we're gonna do anything, we're gonna take it over there and do it. But in front, we're gonna get an understanding, and we would have to get an understanding in front of them kids where this is not what we're gonna do. This shit's gonna stop here and there and all that. And homie over here, let me go talk to you. Mm. This is what we do because we have to understand. We the ones that do this shit. You know that old saying, hard men make soft lives. Soft life makes soft man. We the one fucked everybody up because we have been putting our wars in front of everybody, so our children don't know nothing but to war. They don't know what it is to just actually have a sit down conversation and agree to disagree in front of everybody. But in closed doors, we handle shit like we supposed to.
You said a word right there.
Yeah. I'm just like the cloth I was cut from. The man that was around me. They used to tell me it's a bitch move for you to be boisterous about how you gonna do it, nigga. You supposed to say, hey, over here, let's get this done. Because one, if you really embarrass the shit out this nigga, you don't know what this nigga gonna do. Some niggas can't take that shit.
That's true.
But if y'all get a fair one in and you whoop his ass and then y'all pick each other up and y'all dust each other off and you like, hey, nigga, between me and you, all this is done. What's been said is what's been said. We can go our neutral fucking ways. We ain't gotta be friends, but we gonna go our neutral ways, and you gonna know not to fuck with me. Mm-hmm. See, those are the type of men I grew up with. I know what I'm saying. I didn't grow up with the niggas that was like, oh well, shit, you shoot up their mama house. Nah, man, come on, man, because the type of man that raised me kill niggas for that type of shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm saying. It's just you have. It's certain boundaries as a man we should be able to instill in our children so they'll know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. Nowadays, our children don't know when to turn it on, when to turn it off. They're just always turned on, and they're always in survival mode, and we wonder why we have the shit that we got going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I get you. I get you. And yeah, I mean, I just want to see. I want to know like the end result to see if this even was effective.
That nigga gonna get on the internet with a hole in his chest talking about yeah that hey kids
Hi, kids.
hi kids. Make
That's
sure you
that
keep
was
that
what
thing
got.
on you. You stupid ass shit. That shit. I don't listen. I would have shot you and your light skinned ass brothers, my nigga. I'm gonna keep it totally 100 with you.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what got me of all things. I was like, why does he sound like he's on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? But yeah, so that's that. So yeah, let's talk about our Congress. So a few days ago they had a committee meeting, and the infamous Marjorie Taylor Greene, she was talking, and excuse me, in the meeting or whatnot, there were questions that were being asked. You know how the meetings go. They're all sitting there with microphones and stuff like that. They have chairmen and whatnot that's supposed to keep order and all that. They didn't do that great of a job. But you know, Marjorie Taylor Greene was doing Marjorie Taylor Greene. And yeah, so she had one of the committee members, Jasmine Crockett, she had a question and wanted clarification on something that Marjorie said. Marjorie ended up engaging in a back and forth and told her that maybe her eyelashes are too big for her to see.
No, she said, I think one of your fake eyelashes fell off and it's making it hard for you to see.
That's what I thought. She said it was too big. Okay. Yeah.
I think one of your fake eyelashes fell off.
Right. And she was like, one of your eyelashes. So,
these white bitches tough as nails, man. Goddamn.
That damn Marjorie Taylor Greene, boy, whew, Lord. Okay. So, yeah. So there were several people that was like, what in the world? Why would you say something like that? You know, one guy was even like, that's even low for you.
Yeah.
So, you know, the chairman tried to get order again. And then AOC, she hopped in and she was just like, I moved to strike because that was extremely inappropriate. That is against the rules. You cannot attack another member on their aesthetics. And it was completely out of line and whatnot. So there were several people that was like, yeah, I moved to strike as well and whatnot. And so Jasmine Crockett, she got on the mic and she was just like, you know, I just need clarification on the rules, because if I said, yo, bleach blonde, bad built, butch body, would I be wrong? And of course,
I like how the old dude said, what?
That was so
what
funny.
the fuck is going on right now?
That was so funny. And because one of the guys was like, huh? The other guy, he looked and he just put his head down.
Remember that? That shit was so funny to me, man.
Right. I feel like the one that put his head down knew what was up at that point.
Yeah.
Like he just was like
This is that old white man that just did not understand this vernacular. That nigga, he said in a split second, because he's trying to listen, and he was like, what?
He's like, the what? Then, of course, there was more uproar. So then the guy that didn't understand, he was just like, hey, I got two here now. I don't know what you said. Oh my gosh.
I think that killed me the most because the fact that he was just totally, he was out the loop, but he was done at the same time.
He was like, this is going a bit too far. I don't know what you said. I don't even know if I want to know what you said.
Right.
These hearing aids may have saved my life right now.
Right. He was trying to be so professional because he really wanted to say, all right, listen, you two bitches can't say nothing else for the remainder of this fucking time.
Like, we are done here. We are done here. So, there was, of course, people wanting to move to strike what she said or whatnot. And she was just like, I'm just asking a question. And so she was just like, see, this is what y'all do. Now, if I get on here and talk shit about her, and then, of course, there were other people who was like, move to strike. So they really was emphasizing what Marjorie said, move to strike or whatnot. And so the chairman was just like, you know, are you going to withdraw your statement or whatnot? And so then she was like, well, I said already I was going to withdraw it. I'm just not going to apologize for it. Because, you know, Marjorie is being Marjorie. So, yeah, this went insane online. And it only was second to our next story. But, you know, excuse me, a lot of the right-wing people or whatnot, they kept resharing the video clip. But the video clip that they were resharing only started with when Jasmine started talking and never showed what Marjorie said.
Yeah,
so I had to like
reverse it like Marjorie was defending herself.
Right. So I had to like dig further because I'm like, what did she say? Because nothing, because like the way that Jasmine was talking, it was, you can tell it was in defense, but because I was looking at right wing people resharing it, I didn't hear what she was defending. So I was like, what did she say to make her say that? So I had to dig further to see what she said. And what she said was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't attack her for her personal looks. If she wants to wear eyelashes and extensions or whatever the case, she can do that. And she's not the only one that does that. Like, that's, you know, across the board, no matter what color. But of course, because it's her, one of the things that was trending because right wing was ghetto. They were calling Jasmine ghetto. And when I tell you that was trending, it was like number 5 or 6. So that's how bad it was. And people was just like, y'all only calling her ghetto because she's black. So this is like very anti-black what y'all are doing. You know, so yeah. It was a mess. It was a mess. But you know, Marjorie gonna be Marjorie. So
yeah, Marjorie, hey, listen, this is one of those. I tried to deep dive into her last night. She's just one of those individuals that she thrives off of people not liking her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
she gets her shits and giggles. It's like a little imaginary friend that comes up and rubs her clit every time somebody be like, fuck you, bitch. She gets off on that. She gets off on that.
The crazy part is that she is still there. She's still being elected, and she is a horrible person. Like, have you seen those videos of her back when before she was in Congress, back when she was in Florida and she was going after the high school? Remember the high school shooting that happened a few years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And like some of the survivors became activists and stuff like that. She was going after them, saying shit didn't happen and blah blah blah. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, she was telling motherfuckers that shit.
And it was like, these are kids at the end of the day. Like, what are you doing? Like, something's off. She probably got CTE.
She's aligned with those type of individuals. You know, the reason why she's able to still be where she's at is because she's aligned with the individuals that are actually putting money into these crooked ass far right winged individuals. She's aligned with these type of people. That's what keeps her there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they need a fake. They don't give a fuck if you don't like them. They want their presence to be known, so they're gonna keep her up there.
Yeah. It's some straight foolishness. Stephanie says the clapback was quick and hilarious. Yes, it was.
Hey man, that clapback had that old man on a. It reminded me like of a movie. Like it just was because his response was just like what? Because he was trying. I know in his head he was trying to figure out what bad built butch body looked like.
Which
so he's like what?
Right.
In his head he imagined like some fat gay guy. He was like,
you know. Right, like some fat biker dude.
Yeah.
But not one lie was told in that read.
Hey, man.
Not one lie was told. And she always got some disheveled extensions. So I don't even know why she's trying to come after somebody about their aesthetics.
I wonder what she be doing with her money, man.
Probably funding Trump's campaign.
Yeah, she got to be doing something or putting it up her nose because it definitely ain't on like aesthetics.
No. No. So.
Cause she go up there looking like a coked out streetwalker, man. Like she be like just looking weird. I be like, damn, this bitch look weird as a motherfucker up there talking.
Right. It's like she gotta do a line or two just to even pull off the foolishness of her. That is her, you know. So ain't no telling. And the bright ass colors ain't helping you, ma'am. You are pink. You gotta stop. Right.
That tangerine shit ain't popping, man. You gotta stop with the bright colors, man.
Right. And stop
nice
with the bleach blonde.
Yeah.
Stop with the bleach blonde. Let's just go back to your natural color. The way you got it.
If you're gonna keep the blonde, get you some brown highlights, get you a tan suit. And actually get it fitted. You look ridiculous. And I'm saying this with the utmost respect to you. You representing the party. You got them people looking like clowns. It's bad enough what the shit you say, but then you come in there dressed like that. It's like if the head of if all the heads of the TV networks came together, and then you got the nigga in Zeus coming up in that motherfucker and a t-shirt and Jordans. You don't look like you representing what you're supposed to represent.
Not at all. Not at all. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Oh wow! Hold on. Okay, so on to the next story. And I have an update. Yeah. I haven't this will be the first time when I play it. But the next story is Diddy. So a couple of days ago, CNN released the video from a 2016 incident between him and Cassie at a hotel. At a hotel in LA. It looks like Cassie was leaving because this is in the hallway. She gets all the way to the elevator. And next thing you know, Diddy is running down the hallway with nothing but a towel on his socks. And in the socks, or in the hallway, he goes to the elevator where Cassie's at. And he pushes her to the ground, starts kicking her. And then grabs her things, and then she has on a hoodie. So he grabs her by the collar of the hoodie and starts dragging her back. So then there's another clip of them being in the hallway, and he pushes her into the corner, and then he starts throwing glass vases at her. The video is pretty bad. And it's video proof of what, because Cassie did mention this incident in her lawsuit. So it just pretty much, solidifies that some of the things that were happening in their relationship, and yeah, from what the rumor was that when the complaint came out and this incident was talked about, the complaint the rumor was that he paid off the hotel to get the footage, but guess somebody made a copy. I don't know.
You fucking right. I'm making a copy.
Yeah. So with this incident, being in LA and whatnot, and it happening in 2016, the police made a statement, and they pretty much said they're not going to do anything to Diddy because it was 8 years ago, and the statute of limitations is up. I don't know what the statute of limitations is in California, but that's what LA is saying. So he's not going to get charged for this. So it was really sad. It was really sad to see. Then this one lady came out saying that she was friends with Kim Porter, and Kim Porter confided in her about all kinds of mean and cruel things that Diddy used to do, and how Cassie used to laugh at some of the shit that he was putting Kim Porter through. So they're saying that this person is a big deal. This person that came out, I never heard of the person, so I don't know her from Adam, but they're saying that she's a big deal, and more than likely what she's saying is the truth. I'm not gonna go into detail what she said because some of that stuff was really trifling and disgusting. So
that's what I was about to say. I didn't get to hear a lot of what that lady said, but they said it's some shit. I heard it from I was on YouTube last night, and I seen it was like a 7-minute little break about it, and they said some things, but they didn't say everything.
Yeah, there was one thing that they said was like gross. So, but yeah. So yeah, so that happened. What I just saw just now, I'm about to play. Because Diddy posted today, like within the last hour, an apology video. So I'm about to play it.
Okay.
To reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I hit rock bottom. I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, go into rehab. I had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry. It's so difficult to reflect on.
You know what? I believe him more than I believe that teacher. But I digress.
All right. So, like I said, I just saw that, so that was my first time hearing it. Yeah. Okay. I think parts of it was true. Because he has stated before the Cassie lawsuit dropped, he did state before that he was in his darkest time. Remember when he I think it was like a Lifetime Achievement Award he received, and he thanked Cassie. Mm-hmm. And he mentioned that she was there during his darkest time. So I feel like that part is true. What I don't think is true is that there was an isolated incident. Not that he didn't say that it was, but I don't feel like it was an isolated incident.
Listen, it takes, my opinion, it takes a professional woman beater to stomp a bitch with a towel on. That ain't your first time, my guy. You can stop that. First of all, god damn, the big dick energy on Diddy for you to vote out of your room to chase it. He was already at the elevator. Like, I don't think people be watching the footage. I'm talking about this nigga bounced up off his dick and leaped to the elevator fast enough to not only get there before the bitch show up, but to kick her a couple of times and then drag her ass. Nigga, listen, and not drop the towel not once.
No, that mug did not drop.
His hand was holding up, but I really want to say he had his dick wrapped around that motherfucker, and then he tied his dick together, because I have no idea how you can do this and keep the towel on. And then shout out to Puffy for having enough money to think that this never was gonna come out.
Right. I mean, 8 years, that's a pretty long time. I probably would have got a little cocky after 4, you know what I mean?
And I'm like, he had to rent out that whole top floor.
Yeah, probably.
Because I'm like, did nobody come out? It wasn't like no old lady coming out like, what's going on?
Right. That's what I was waiting for, was for somebody to come out or somebody to get off the elevator. Something, you know what I'm saying? Because this elevator was already summoned by the time he got there. So the elevator had to open at one point. You know, so that's what I was thinking. Like, nobody's gonna get off the elevator, or maybe they saw that shit and was like, "No, ma'am," and closed the door.
That door opened up and they seen Puff Daddy kicking the shit out of bitch in a hoodie, and they was like, "No, I think I want to go to number 7."
Right. I think I left something in the car. Hold on.
Yeah, like, no, I ain't, because nigga, it's what can you do at that moment?
Right. And then she called somebody. So some people was like, she called the front desk. So they was like, they did a disservice. But in the same breath, like, people's hands be tied too, and they don't want to get involved. And then you also hear about people that do get involved losing their life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're between a rock and a hard place when it comes to situations like that.
You got you man, it's first of all, let me say this. Puffy Ben, you looking bad, man. Like you are spending a lot of money to stay out of a situation, man. And this is just me, and I hate to say it like that because I don't want nobody to be a snitch out here. But you probably need to start telling, because you looking bad on that apology video, my dude. And I hate to say it like that, but you looking bad. You looking rough. It looked like you ain't bathed in a couple of days. Your shirt looked crazy. Like,
you know what it looked like? It looked like he over there in Bali with Russell.
Yeah, I was just about to say, man, it looks like you somewhere they can't extradite you, man.
Right.
You learning how to fucking you learning how to fish with nothing but a log and 2 bamboo sticks. Like,
right.
This is what you had, because that's what you look like you was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nigga, you
so,
out here.
I saw this meme. I want to know. I'm gonna see if I can pull it back up. But I saw this meme that was hilarious. Okay, so you remember that picture of Young Thug and Little Durk in the studio, and it looks like they're like really focused looking at the computer?
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody put that up and was like, Russell Simmons showing Diddy properties for sale in Bali. And then they had Young Thug, and they put Russell Simmons over him, and then they had Little Durk and put Diddy over him. I was like, right. I was like,
the good part about that is his pocket money could sustain him for years in Bali.
Right. I was just talking to somebody about Bali. I was like, Bali is extremely inexpensive. So,
yeah. And it's not a bad spot. Like it's not. It ain't like they in the slums nowhere.
Right. So shit. Russell Simmons been over there for some years, and he good.
Living like a man. Shit. Listen, I moved to Bali and I ain't did shit.
Right.
I moved to Bali. Man, my son to learn know 3 languages, and I'd be like, yeah, you translate because I don't give a fuck. I'm chilling.
Right. So yeah. I mean, I mean, at this point, Diddy is cooked. He's cooked. He may escape jail, and that's a big may. But yeah, I think for the most part we're done here.
Yeah, did Diddy have surgery? Because for some strange reason, the Diddy I'm looking at nowadays is not the Diddy that I remember. I remember Diddy being a big-eyed motherfucker, and now like when you look into Diddy's face, Diddy his eyes just look like nobody's there. Or am I tripping?
Well, Diddy used to wear sunglasses a whole lot. So, when somebody wears glasses a whole lot and they take their glasses off, it feels like something's off.
Yeah.
I think that may be what's going on because he looks the same. Outside of him looking older and he got hair.
No, because maybe it's just me. It's like because when I remember Diddy young when he took off his glasses, like you could still see white in his eye. Like,
oh yeah, no,
it's like now it's like it's nobody. It's like nothing is there. Like maybe I'm tripping, but I'll just be like, it makes me every time they bring up this deviant shit, I'll be like, for me it's like he did that shit because he looks like nothing is there. Like he looks like I hate to say it, but man, he doesn't look like a human spirit.
Yeah, Stephanie says his soul is disrupted.
Yeah, I'm like, I be looking at this man and I just be like, man, he done darkened everything. Like he is not who he used to be. Maybe it was some type of innocence there, but there ain't no innocence in that shit no more. When I look at his face, I'm like, he did that shit. And maybe that's just me and I hate to do Diddy like that because as everybody that listens to the Ish We Talk, you know how I love defending, but I also real point out our monsters. That nigga looks like a monster to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you're wrong in that assessment. Excuse me. I do agree that his soul is disrupted. I feel like a lot of the stuff that he's been suppressing is probably coming out, because of all the stuff that's coming out. So it could be that. It could be a lot of things. Hell, he could be sick. He could have jaundice or something. I don't know.
That'd be something because I'm just like, man, he looks like he on demon time for real, and I'm not even trying to be funny.
But just think about it like this: like if you were in the picture of health, and then bam, you get hit with this lawsuit that shatters your whole life. You got to change the way you do business. You got to step down from certain things that you started, all kinds of stuff, right? And then you try to inch your way back to a certain level of notoriety. And then bam, you get hit with another lawsuit. And then bam, you get the feds come to your house. And then bam, this video comes out. Like you would be stressed beyond.
But see, he don't have a stress face to me. He has a demonic face to me.
I feel like they can be one and the same.
It could be.
You know what I'm saying? QT's Infused Treats is watching. Hey. She says his past is catching up with him, and he now has an unsettled spirit that he is having to come to terms with. I agree. I agree. And then because he doesn't have like a, whew, that's off my back. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been holding on to this for so long. Like some would say, a person that deals with drugs has a certain level of stress, and then when they get caught, that level of stress can be relieved.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's way more than just like a street dealer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that. Whew, I did. You know, it's a sad day. 2024 has, like Cat Williams said it, like, boy, motherfuckers is going to be coming out to light. And so it's a real sad day that we're seeing this type of shit. But at the same time, it should be a wake-up call to a lot of us to understand that, man, that shit over there ain't what you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Puff Daddy is a prime example of somebody that we thought was someone who built themselves up from nothing. Yeah, he had some crazy business practices, but that's what he was taught. You can only do what you're taught. And we thought that's just what it was, and he was just Puffy being Puffy. And now come to find out, it's a whole bunch of shit that he's been doing. It's shit that they when Cassie started coming out, then all of a sudden they started bringing up that old Aaron Hall video and Vlad when he was talking about how him and Puffy, like, you know, Puffy only like niggas to be around with big dicks, like all this shit like coming out, like, and then the Puffy parties, and then, you know, his interviews and telling grown man to go on party, like. All of this is going into fruition that you is a real freaky ass nasty motherfucker that does unsettable things. Like, ooh, like my nigga, like you, excuse me, not unsettable because that's not a word. Unsettling things.
Yeah,
it's just like, oh man, it's like, and then you this Tootsie shit, the drug that yeah. Now I looked this shit up. When his guard got caught with that Tootsie drug that they thought was cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
This shit got cocaine in it. It got food coloring for the color, and then it also has ketamine in that shit. Yeah. Jeez. And then it also has Molly in that shit. So you have all of this shit mixed in one.
Right.
And so when I deep dived into it, this is the shit, because I thought motherfuckers was lying. When I seen Jaguar White talking about it, but then I YouTubed it again. He was like, that drug is for this is what they'll give to like at a gay rave, they'll give it to them because it gives them that upper, but then it give that ketamine makes them relax them more so they can fuck all night, like you could take multiple dicks. Like, so this is what he is doing, like, so, and this is what he's giving to everybody. So yeah, right. You ain't no telling what's been going on in Puffy's spot.
Right.
So when all this shit is coming out about him doing this and fucking these dudes, when I looked up Tootsie, what that shit is, I'm like, yeah, he doing that shit for real.
Mm-hmm.
He doing that shit for real. Then Drake made a song called the Tootsie Slide. I'm like, I don't think you know.
Right.
I was like, I keep saying, people forget that he made the Tootsie Slide.
Yeah, because it wasn't
before the drug came out.
But
or not before it came out, before everybody started knowing about it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe it went over our heads and he knew exactly what he was doing.
He knew exactly what he was doing when he was telling motherfuckers to do the Tootsie Slide. Man, this industry is crazy. I keep saying, I just said it multiple times on here, man. You know, I wanted to be an upcoming rapper. Some things ain't for everybody, and I see that now. Because it wouldn't have been for me.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been for me. And I'm the type of person that just, shit, you know, cuz I'm the type of person that just shuts down and don't even fuck with nobody when some weird shit happens to me. So I would have been a total recluse on that shit. Like, if I'd have been like trying to be up there and I watch Puffy fuck a man, not only am I not rapping no more, nigga, I don't even want to be around nobody.
Right.
Because I don't want to tell nobody that shit.
I'm going to Bali.
Man, I don't want to tell nobody that shit. I don't, because first thing niggas are going to question, like, why was you there? Nigga, I didn't know he was about to suck everybody's dick.
Right.
He's fucking Puff Daddy. Nigga, you supposed to go to a Puff Daddy party.
You're supposed to. That's like your rites of passage.
Man.
You know?
But when Joe Budden said, hey, don't look in the doors, he really mean don't look in the doors.
No, that's legit. That's legit. That's like, it's like a swingers party after a certain
just
time.
stay in the front and be cool. Do not start looking in the door. When Joe Budden said that shit, I was like, damn, that shit is crazy, man. Like, why y'all just now saying that? Y'all should have been, y'all been making motherfuckers feel like they've been crazy for years.
Mm-hmm.
But now that it done came out by itself, now y'all feel like y'all should say something. Y'all should have been saying something.
Ben, right, I agree. Stephanie says, the love of money is the root of evil. Yeah. And QT's Infused Treat says, right, no one would know. That's not cool.
Yeah, nobody know. You just, dude, you getting out there, boom, you got a song on the radio, you got a video, and Puffy be like, hey, come to the party. You like, fuck yeah, I done made it. And
right.
then you get there and everybody just got Vaseline on. Like, and you didn't know? You're supposed to just walk the fuck you. Hey, bro.
Right.
I'm over, man.
Right. You just, you walk into a room and you see man water. And you're like, man water? Why is it man water? I'm thirsty. Oh, this isn't that kind of water.
That ain't that kind of water.
Right?
God. Well, I just used to think Puffy used to be high all the time. I ain't even gonna bullshit you. To know he was high all the time and trying to groom niggas is crazy. That's wild. Like, you had grown ass man really nervous to say shit to Puff Daddy. Like,
I just thought it was because of who he was. I didn't know it was because of who he was.
Oh, because of who he was.
Yeah.
I'm like, because man, somebody on YouTube put all these clips together about, with Aaron Hall, and then like when he was talking to Fabulous on the Drink Champs, Fabulous and Jadakiss, and how Fabulous was kind of like, kind of like nervous for real, like, nah, dude, it's cool. I didn't kicked it with you before, like. I done been between party with me. Like, nigga, stop asking to suck my dick, Puffy. Like, that's the shit you should say right then and there. I'm one of them type of individuals. Like, if you say it right then and there, then he can't deny it.
Yeah.
He can't deny it. Like, why y'all? Cause y'all, man, come on, man. I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like, even if you just walk into the side and be like, hey, bro, I feel uncomfortable. And like, I get it. I know what you get down. I know how you get down, but I don't get down like that. So on camera, please don't keep doing that to me because it's making me feel uncomfortable.
Right.
So it is.
But it was like an unsaid thing. So it was, especially with it being Diddy, like, you didn't want to say too much. You just want to be like, okay.
And see, that's that fear. That's why I love 50 Cent so much, because even when 50 Cent was up and coming, he didn't give a fuck about shit like that. And then nigga went he put that nigga Puff Daddy on blast a long time ago when he was like, man, I don't fuck that nigga try to take me shopping. I'm like, what type of shit is that? Like, not because certain people grow up a certain way. It's just certain vibes a man shouldn't give another man. Yeah,
like, it's weird. It's weird.
And you shouldn't have a problem saying that. And I don't mean I don't like you as an individual. Yeah. It's just you give me vibes that I don't rock with, my nigga.
Right. And it's like, why do you feel like you need to take me shopping? And that's his thing. He takes people shopping. And what was I gonna say? Oh, one person he did successfully take shopping, and we do have video or photographic proof.
Don't show that crazy ass picture with this nigga is cheesing like the prettiest bitch I've ever seen in my life.
I'm not gonna show it, but yeah, Meek just seems like he goes to the highest bidder for real.
Oh my God, man! Man, Meek.
What a fall from grace,
man.
So,
man,
I'm not gonna.
The reason why they call you Meek Mill, I did that. It ain't even like Jaguar White said. We don't even put the meal on there no more. You Meek.
Yeah. I always wonder why his name was Meek Mill.
Cause you Meek. Man, I don't know if y'all know what that is, but look it up.
Yeah.
Nigga, meek ass, timid motherfucker. He let anybody do shit to him. I believe that. I believe the video is real. He was getting fucked in his ass.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. On a Sunday, I said that on a Sunday, allegedly,
Right,
but I believe it was real.
Yeah.
Just because he keep defending this type shit.
Yeah, he stayed defending them. That's like when this shit went down, I was like, and then get ready for Meek's comments in 3, 2, 1. So
Hey, Soldier Boy said it best, man. Didn't you just get fucked in your ass by the nigga?
Right. You should worry about that more than worrying about me.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. And like 50 said, hey man, I get it. You know, stand by your man. I give respect. I respect that.
Stand by your man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm almost everything, you know, and I hate to say it like this, but I'm gonna keep it 100. Everything that Jaguar Wright has ever said in the interview is happening. So the thing that baffles me so much that I'm so afraid of is she said, when the fall of Jay-Z is going to be the one that crumbles the music industry, and I'm so scared of that shit.
I hope there's not a fall.
Man, that's why I'm like, but everything she's been saying has been coming to. I remember her interview when they was trying to take shit down on Real Street Stars, when she was talking years ago about how Puffy was doing these men and how grooming these people. Mm-hmm. And I was like, because she was talking about Bieber, and you know, Bieber was groomed by that shit. Everything is coming out about that shit. They talking about Usher. It's some shit that I didn't know about Usher, and it just blows my fucking mind. Jaguar Wright talked about how he had got hospitalized a couple of years ago when he not a couple of years ago, but when he was younger, when he was with Puffy, and they said it was just an accident. And then she was like, what ended up really happening was he got ran through and motherfuckers ripped his asshole open. And she said that shit a long time ago, and then and then boom, fast forward 2024, it's been coming through with fucking receipts of this nigga getting his fucking ass on.
I remember hearing that. I don't necessarily believe that was it, because the reason why I don't really believe it is because you would think that Usher wouldn't fool with Diddy on no level.
You would think so,
but
grooming is a whole. When you get groomed like that, and you especially the way Puffy been doing it in the industry. Period. I'm gonna just say how the industry has been doing shit. Motherfuckers has been brainwashed to do that because they just follow the leader. Everybody almost becomes Stepford Wives with this shit. They just think it's the norm now. Whatever little world they're in, and it's just my opinion. Whatever little world they're in, I just believe that they feel like that is the norm once you get there. That's why everybody gets set out. It's certain niggas that want to be over here, and then it's certain niggas that if they want to be a part of this is what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't really dictate how somebody is supposed to act in situations like that, but that's just my feeling. Like, I wouldn't think that he would be cool with him. But you know, stranger things that happen. QT says, "Right, the industry."
Yeah, it's just crazy stuff, and this Puff Daddy shit is just. As you watch it, you see the debacle. So, I even thought about it when this shit came out. I was like, damn, that's why niggas was like stabbing their own eye out back in the day, being around this nigga and being around these type of individuals. I remember when the nigga who was a Wu-Tang affiliate chopped his dick off because he said some weird shit was going on.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? It's like it all this shit is. I'm starting to think about it like, hey man, the industry kind of fucked up, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like some niggas, everybody know what it is. Some niggas choose to be over here and not fuck with it, but the motherfuckers that want that big conglomerate behind them, they got to deal with the fuck shit that's going on in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy business.
Up, my niggas. This shit wild.
Yeah. It's crazy business, but I feel like it's not, this story is not as far from being over, especially now that he didn't drop this apology video. So
this shit is topsy-turvy. again, I'm shout out to Jaguar White. When she said it, they got Puffy. She said, wait till they get Jay-Z.
Yeah. I'm going to wait, and hopefully that ain't the case. But yeah. So yeah, that's that. I don't have any final thoughts. So Jerry's final thoughts. Take it away.
I'm gonna make it short and sweet, man. Just because of the two things we talked about in the beginning, man. Protect your children. Protect your children. Make sure that the people that you are putting in front of your children and the people that you are allowing to actually be the protectors of your children while you have to work, make sure that they're actually doing the job that you want them to do and God wants them to do. Because it's been so many times where and certain situations like the one in the beginning, we could be jumping to conclusions about a lot of things, and that is hindering someone and putting a very stain on the people that he's supposed to be actually taking care of. So be mindful of the people that you do have around your children, and at the same time, as much as you place them in care like that, you leave that forgiving shit to God, because if they do anything to your children, you send them to Forest Hill or the closest motherfucker near you. And as always, take care of yourself and others.
Yes, and QT also chimes in and says, real talk, keep your eyes open.
Hell yeah.
Right. So yeah, so this was episode 121 of the Ish We Talk, and we will see you guys for episode 122. Bye.
Exactly.